I'm Ian Bruce, here at Stanley in northwest Tasmania. We're beef farmers here, 100% grass fed. So what we do here is we have about 400 breeding cows that we finish all their progeny except for the replacement heifers, and we also trade in some weaners and yearlings to finish as well. Behind me here we've got some steers that are 2 years old, just coming up 2 years old. They'll be processed at the end of the month, which is going to be end of September. Should be getting around a 340, 350 kilo carcass on average there for this mob. We do that by rotational grazing basically, so we try and be fairly scientific with our grass management. We use the 3-leaf stage to make sure that we are growing the most high quality pasture that we can grow in the densest, most nutritious sward that we can grow, so that the cattle do the best that they can, and that means that we produce as much feed as this farm can produce in a pretty sustainable system, making sure that we're obviously replacing any nutrient we take off, and we're looking after our soils and all that sort of thing at the same time through our fairly conventional system of rotational grazing, I guess. In terms of climate things, I mean, our climate is fantastic here. We're about as lucky as you can get climate-wise, we think. Our average rainfall is about 800 millimetres a year, but it's extremely reliable. We have missed the last 2 autumns and one spring in there, which is very, very unusual. And we dealt with that pretty well by destocking, by killing cattle earlier than we normally would, buying in a little bit of fodder and doing pretty intensive long irrigation. I think we irrigated for over 230 days straight there for one of the runs there, which was a pretty large part of the year. But I guess it's what we had to do to keep going on our system, and I guess we're pretty highly stocked. We're running at an average DSE around 21 DSE to the hectare, so it's pretty highly stocked, trying to make sure we do make the most of the good years. I guess other than that, we make sure we've got a really good relationship with the people we buy cattle from. We try and do that, the same people every year, and not argue too much about price or anything like that, just really get good cattle to do what we want to do, and we make sure we've got good relationships with our suppliers. Sorry, not our suppliers, our processor, so that we can be successful there and not have too many hiccups. Outside of that, we're a family-owned business, family-run business. We've always just been family-run. We just branched out into some more land, which has meant we've put on a young fella as our first ever employee. So that's a whole new step up for us, but it's going really well.